Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab, and once again, I'm here with my new buddy. Haven't given him a name yet, but it's a really cute cat with really tiny ears. I think it must be some kind of a, crossbred stray. All right. So anyway, this video, I'm here to talk about this whole topic, which is on the title, franchise my binary experience. Okay, franchise and binary experience. Now, in this video, I wanna make a notice and disclaimer as well, which is that if any of you have come into this video expecting like some technique or some breakthrough strategy or method, you may actually want to turn the other way, like close this video, unsubscribe, go somewhere else, because that's what you're not going to find here. So once again, where am I at right now? I'm actually in the mountains of Phuket. It's a really nice backdrop series. We're in a huge hilltop villa for entrepreneurs, mastermind, and retreat to kind of rediscover the inner purpose of not just inner purpose, but inner purpose, inner fire, and the reason why we do what we do. All right, so um, I want to speak on one bit, which is that over the past couple of years, I apologize for not talking about mindset as much as I do, as much as I used to do. And I apologize for, not spending time to develop you guys and frame you guys the correct way towards your trading. And this is something that's been really, really important. And the only reason why I forgot that was because I got suckered in by all the comments, all the impatient people who was like, where's the method? Where's the strategy? I didn't listen to this video for 20 minutes for nothing. All right. So once again, if you're one of those people that expect something breakthrough strategy or method here, click away, unsubscribe, because unless you can see the point of what I'm about to share with you, there's really no point of picking up any strategies or methods, because you guys are going to burn out anyway. Okay. So the thing that I want to apologize for doing, okay, and thank God there's just so many great videos before that I've done in the past that used to focus a lot more on about the why than the how, is because without the why, you're not going to be able to do the how. Okay, if I cannot prepare you mentally for the binary trading, for the forex trading, you are not going to be able to do it well anyway. And if not me, then who? No one else does this in the industry. Do you see any other experts out there in this area who put their face on the videos, who talk about the how, the why? No, there isn't. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the topic itself. It's like franchising my binary business. So as you guys know, I can trade. You've seen my in 5 trades or less series of videos. So basically these videos are all pulled from my webinars. They were done live and just sped up, and you can and I put these videos out there to show you under the different market conditions how I'm handling it. All right? So you know that I can trade in multiple ways or methods. What you may be, kind of disappointed to see is that the trade sizes in these videos aren't that fantastic. Why? Because I'm actually required by the brokers and regulators to do so, because I'm not supposed to influence your trading investment decisions to the point that it gets irresponsible. Okay, but I am able to show you that trading is still possible even under the direst of conditions. Now, so guys, you guys know I can trade, and I have a lot of experience in this. I've been able to coach a lot of people, and I mentioned in my most recent video as well that like there have been several students in the past that have actually been able to kind of like go off, start their own communities and social tribes and trading, and it's kind of unfortunate that many of them didn't actually give me credit for this. But now let's talk a little bit about the franchise model. What is a franchise? A franchise is basically a working business, okay? A business in a box. People who buy franchises pay a higher fee than possibly starting their business alone. Well, think about it. Well, if you wanted to buy a McDonald's franchise, a KFC franchise, Taco Bell, Tony Roma's, 7-Eleven, all right, all these are working franchises, and you pay a high setup fee. And sometimes, like let's take. I already did the example of McDonald's in my previous video, but how about 7-Eleven mini mart? So that all over Asia, even in Japan and Korea, they're all over the place, even in China as well. Or is it in China? I can't remember. But it's everywhere. In Bangkok, like every few hundred meters, there is one. Okay, it's amazing. So if we compare between the cost of setting up your typical mini mart and a 7-Eleven, well, it's obviously a lot cheaper to set up your own mini mart. You just need to kind of like, rent out a small shop space of like what, 300 square feet or so, and then you get in a couple of racks and shelves, maybe a freezer or two, a cash register, and you're good to go. But why though? Why though would a 7-Eleven be the more profitable choice? Well, because everyone knows it. On top of that, 7-Eleven has already tested and proven what sells and what doesn't. And they are constantly able to update, their franchisee, what would be the most popular items to bring into the store to sell, and what items can be taken out of the inventory. Do you think that's valuable? For trading, how about being able to know what ways and approaches will be most appropriate for the markets at any given time or right now? What works yesterday or last month is not important as much as what works right now. So as a franchisor, you are the franchisee and I'm the franchisor. Okay? So I constantly update you in my weekly webinars and my daily screenshot trade, my daily, what do you call that, trade analysis, okay? Case studies with what is working best right now, today, that you can use this week. And let's say for this week, this is the training plan. This week, this is the training plan. This week, this is the training plan. It's not going to be the same every week. You think you trade the same in Brexit, or let's say you trade the same in Japanese elections, or like Chinese New Year, then other weeks? No, it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. So getting back to this franchise model, okay? So people buy into. Now let's think about. I want to revisit that McDonald's franchise model for a moment, because have you ever noticed that sometimes McDonald's opens in the unlikeliest of places? It could be like in a town where in the middle of a town that's not really that populated. You guys seen that before? But still, for whatever reason, within like a week or two of its opening, suddenly there's this huge amount of traffic, this huge amount of motorcycles or cars parked outside, and the store is at least 50% full most of the time. How is that even possible? The branding, the proven strategy, the system, all right, and it's always there. And we can obviously go and compare like which franchise is more optimized than which one. For example, my personal opinion is that McDonald's franchise has always been more optimized by than Burger King, because they're just more efficient in the whole delivery process. I've noticed this in different countries and their outlets. It's all the same thing. McDonald's is a bit more superior than Burger King in the way that it's optimized. But that's a whole new rabbit hole that we're not going to go into in this video. But in this video, like I said, why would you want to buy into my trading franchise? Why would you want to franchise my trading knowledge in binary options? Well, because if you are seriously looking to build a business and a serious part-time income that could replace your full-time income, some of you who tried figuring it out yourself maybe learned the hard way already as to like how methods are temporary, strategies are temporary, and they may not serve you for the whole way as much as you would like it to. And how much is that going to cost you? So how much do you plan to lose? How much do you plan to spend losing before you make the decision to spend on learning how to earn? Okay? So as with all franchise models, okay, when you franchise my knowledge into your own trading, when you incorporate my knowledge into your trading, and I am obliged as a franchisor to update you so that you can perform at your best. And when you perform at your best, it works for everyone. Like in all franchise businesses, the franchisor sets up everything and leaves nothing to chance. So in trading, it's about setting up your charts. I tell you what indicators to use, what indicator settings to use, what basic analysis to do, how to scan the market in a step-by-step process. I learned in the past that I used to teach too fast. because I assume that everyone else has the same abilities of analysis that I do. But unfortunately, not everyone has that. So there are certain things that I can do a lot better than most people out there when it comes to graphs and charts, because I actually have Asperger's, which is like a high functioning autism, which makes me very good at certain things, like looking at charts and be able to figure out what the patterns are. So make use of this scanning brain that is me, all right, so that you can constantly be able to trade at your best. So, what do you get when you come into, franchising my knowledge? Okay, is that you can have the most updated way of trading the markets. Like I just mentioned, like Elliott Wave is one of the main things that I'm going to be focusing on for this couple of weeks, because like we do like for example we did 6 weeks of divergence training and case study, and right now we're doing we're going to do like about 6 weeks or so of Elliott Wave lesson and case study as well. And then after that, there's going to be the next focus, the next focus. And even now, you may start with nothing. You may have nothing on your experience, nothing on your back. But in the weeks to come, and even from the first day when you come in, it's just as simple as like, look at this, look at this, look at this. The difference between, well, let's talk about even like me being here at this mastermind. I could very well learn a lot of the things in the books that the facility Mark Joyner has published, right? I could learn through the books, but then again, it would be very different of me learning from the books, reading from the books, and having my own ideas, than as compared to being here, learning it the way that he has intended it to. Okay, so I could write out my training strategies and put them out on PDFs, and you will get some understanding of it, and that will actually put you very far ahead. But it will not be the same as me consulting with you to actually ensure that everything is on the right way. And you can get this through my webinars, by being on the webinar and asking questions. Like I said, make use of the fact, like for those of you who are in Binary Lab Elite, make full use of this. If you're already not doing that, you're just doing yourself a big disservice. You're doing your wallets a big disservice. You're doing your credit cards a big disservice if you do not make use of that. So ask, okay? And on top of that, like if you come into like if you come in, all right, show me your trading reports and your screenshots. This is something that is not done enough, and I would like to do that more. In fact, I believe uh, setting up a system, and this is going to be my next objective, because right now I've reorganized myself to be a lot more productive and focused than I have been in the past 2-3 years, which I was ever once very productive and focused. And what if I could actually create a system that you as a trader could make your focus and productivity towards your trading a lot better. So I'm looking at creating a submission system where you can systematically, set and mark out your goals for trading, and also submit trading screenshots. Um, like as an entrepreneur living in a foreign country, I mean, I was in Singapore at the time, in the past, and I moved over to Thailand. And one of the things that I unfortunately lost out was, my focus, my drive. Okay, because being in a more relaxed environment, as opposed to a very tense and brisk one back in Singapore, was that when I went back recently after 2 years of not going back ever, I realized how much my friends have advanced respectively in their businesses as opposed to me. And I realized that right now, when I go back a lot more regularly than I used to, I'm actually able to stay on track my goals a lot better, because now I have accountability partners in the people that I meet on a more regular basis. So I'm actually looking to set up a system as part of this mastermind called Binary Lab Elite, where you guys can have a system that keeps you accountable. Because I know not everyone is, comfortable with posting your trade history and your screenshots in the group, because sometimes I do agree it's very private. Okay, but if there was a way that we could do it and have the system be your accountability partner instead of someone else in the group, okay, wouldn't that make it a lot easier? And if you're antisocial, I know some of you are very antisocial, and maybe that's why you don't ask, why you have questions. So this will be a more organized private way, going to be a support ticket system, okay, and I plan to set up team for that as well. So these are some of the new tools that you receive in this franchising system of my binary knowledge called the Binary Lab Elite. So in the meantime, if you want to have this, all right, just head over to my page, theBinaryLab.net, and just look into joining the Binary Lab Elite. And by the way, I would also like to have you know, because I want you to get the most value for your trading expense. Okay, so go ahead and message my page admin to find out what broker options are open to you, because depending on the broker option, I may also be able to comp you in to the Binary Lab Elite, which is something that I used to do from day one, which I still would very much love to do if it is possible. And actually, it is possible depending on the brokers that I can enroll you with. Okay, so please check my page admin. Obviously, the initial deposit size will be different. It will be higher if you want to get into Elite as versus to Binary Lab Basics or Martingale Mastered. But it's still going to save you a lot of money, because instead of paying money for education, which I think is totally important to pay money for education, but instead you're committing this to your trading, and you're committing this, you're repurposing this trading capital into your education as well. And with that, you are going to be able to, when, let's say, if this is an uncomfortable sum, let's say it could be one time more than what you're prepared to put in, but that's going to make you committed to actually making this a working franchise for you. So for those of you who wish to franchise my system in the way of the Binary Lab Elite, click over to thebinarylab.net and get into the Elite program right now, or go to my Facebook page, the Binary Lab page, search out facebook.com/the Binary Lab page, speak to my admin about getting into Elite, all right, and I'll see you on the inside. Let's work on your success, and let's make you a good copy or even better replica of what I know and do. Bye for now.